Namaskar, Dadaji.
Namaskar.
So tell us how it all began. What got you interested in initiation and Ananda Marga?
Okay, so I was initiated in 1977, but my first contact with the spirituality came in 1976. I had the experience of, well, now we can say madhuvidya, yeah, where the cosmic mind is everything and you are part of it, you are it actually, and so it is an experience of complete madhuvidya. This experience lasted like 3 weeks, and I was not familiar with the Eastern philosophy and yoga. I never heard about this. So it was new for me, but so clear and so real. I understand many things. So in this state of mind, intuitional knowledge flows spontaneously in the mind, and extreme love in the it overwhelmed myself, and I know many things in this experience. I can communicate with animals, this, that. So many things happen there. One thing which is interesting, it is more directly related to psychology and directly to spirituality. Among the many things, you know that when we live, we have certain patterns of behavior. So when we deal with the mother, we behave in a certain way. When we deal with a friend, we behave in another way. So if you know somebody very close, listening or looking how or she speak on the phone, you understand with whom she is or he is speaking. Just seeing the behavior. So there are the patterns of behavior that we assume in different circumstances. So this depends on the memory. So in this stage, there is still memory. You remember everything, but the memory do not affect your behavior. So means the memory do not create any pattern of behavior. And you are free to act as you wish. So you are new in any situation, even if the situation happened 10,000 times, still for you is like the first time. So it is a very, very interesting way to live the life. So anyhow, to cut it short, I have this experience for around 3 weeks, which changed my life, basically. But after some time, it started fading away.
What year is it?
And it started 76.
And what?
In the end of 70s. Italy. Yeah, that time I don't have a religious background or not. It came out of the blue, but it was very clear, yeah, like that. So I could not deny it. So my life as before, it cannot be accepted anymore because how can you live without this? After you taste this kind of experience, you cannot have a life without this kind of enjoyment, this kind of knowledge, this kind of realization. And so the point is that this experience was slipping away, was fading away. I didn't have any more. Only I remember it. You know, it is like you are eating chocolates for 1 week, and then tomorrow you just remember about it, but you cannot really enjoy like when you are eating it, like now you are eating. So that is the thing. So I became quite desperate because I cannot accept the life as it was before anymore. But I don't know anything. I never heard about the Eastern philosophy, all this stuff. One friend, one time, he gave me one book, and that was Jnana Yoga of Swami Vivekananda. So here I like to say that I am always grateful to Swami Vivekananda for this book. Because in this book, apart explaining everything, what happens to me, all the theory and the philosophy that goes with it, he showed me one way how the person can get it. And that is what I really wanted, how to get it back. But I didn't know how to do it. And Swami Vivekananda was showing me that there is a way, and this way is the yoga. And so I started to be interested in the yoga. What is this yoga? it is the way to get back to this spiritual realization. And after that, I got another book, and this book was another book which important in my life. It was the autobiography of a yogi, of Swami, of Paramahansa Yogananda. So this book was really extraordinary for me. It inspired me. So Vivekananda captured my head, my thinking, he gave me hope in life. But Swami Vivekananda, he conquered my heart, really. I become crazy with desire for gurus, for being initiated, all these things. And Swami Vivekananda was my best friend in that time. I was afraid, reading the book slowly because I didn't want to finish it. And that is a very important book for me. But the book was finished, and now the desire remains for the spiritual life, for the yoga, for the guru. That I never heard about this before, but now it was the most important thing in my life. And in the early 77, Ananda Marga came to my town, and there were three acharya who came: Dada Vivekananda, Dada Karunananda, Dada Janaka, that you know very well after he became Dada Japasiddhananda, and the Emavati, that now she is, her name is Didyananda Harimaya. They came to my city, and the Dada Karunananda was giving the lecture. And so I'm not interested much in the lecture. What I wanted was the initiation. But I went to listen. So when we entered the room was full, completely full of people, no place to sit. So Swami Vivekananda was very charming. He smiled very beautifully. He invited us to go in the front. Me and my friends, we are 4 or 5 of us, long hair, dirty jeans, this kind of people like that. And so they spread a blanket for us in the floor, and I sit on it. And when I sit, I know that this is it. I found it. I found a way. I mean, I have not read the realization or anything, but now I found a way. I found the path. I have to walk this path. That's all I have to do. There is no the anxiety of finding the way, of being lost. I am not lost. I got the way. So that I was sure. And Dada Karunananda was speaking like a yogi, because I have developed an idea of how the yogi will be by reading the books of Vivekananda and Yogananda. I have in my imagination the yogi should be like this, like that. And Dada Karunananda was exactly like this. He was speaking like a yogi. When he was not speaking, he was not speaking like a yogi, and he was posing. He was perfect. And I thought, this is really what I want, what I need. And the day after, I got initiated, and Dada initiated me, and I attended the same day in the evening. I attended Dharma Chakra, which was quite strange because all these strange words in Sanskrit I was not familiar, abracadabra, stuff like that. What is this? I was thinking. But then when all the singing finished, there was silence. And that was really beautiful. And the mind becomes so clear, so calm. I never experienced like this before. And that's it. So from that time, I started going to Jagriti. After 1-2 days, they told me that certain habits that I have, they are not good. So I left them immediately. I stopped drinking wine, smoking stuff, and all these things. And I couldn't stop smoking cigarettes, though. I have to wait for 5 months of struggle. That was a difficult one. Even Baba helped me, otherwise I don't know how I will have managed that one. And so I went on like that. And after a few months, I became a leftee. I have the strong desire to see my guru. They told me my guru was in jail. So when I came to know my guru was in jail, I was so pleased that he was in jail for an idea. And I really feel so much love for him because of that. And my sadhana was just about him. I cannot. The mantra actually play a secondary role in my sadhana. I never care about the mantra. Only the Baba was in my mind all the time. So that was the thing, the impact like that. I saw Baba's photo. You know this photo of Baba when he look at you with the glasses and he look in your eyes directly with the eyes wide open. Wow, with the short hair, I was thinking my guru, the yogis have long hair, long beard, you know. I have long hair myself. And so I surprised, how come he has a short hair like a normal person like this? But then the eyes were alive, the eyes were moving, they were looking at me so deep and black, you know, and powerful. And so I thought, okay, you are Baba, I understand. So like this, yeah. And so the desire to meet him becomes stronger and stronger. I wanted to become a lefty, and then Dada told me, you can become a lefty, but you see, in May of the 78, we are going to see Baba, a group of Margis. So if you come without money, I cannot pay for your ticket. So it is better you arrange some money first. So I arranged some money first. I have some job, and then in January I transferred to the Jagriti. I became a lefty. There was a very good environment, maybe 8, 10 lefties were there. It is a very vibrating atmosphere. We are really crazy. We want to see Baba, me, and many others there. And so then the date was set up to see Baba and in May. And then the tickets were purchased. And then the emotion were so strong. We have all this emotion. I don't know. Baba created this kind of vibration. If somebody will tell me, you are going to see Baba, immediately I will cry. I cannot control. I cannot speak anymore. So this was such a strong emotion to see him like that. Yeah, that was important for us. And then we went to see him. Yeah. And it was May 78, and Baba was in jail. And yeah, it was very hot in India, the hottest time. Yeah. So like I heard I heard the other people, some other persons story in the same program, with this program, and I had the same experience about catching the low train without reservation. So I also catch the low train without reservation. I don't know if it was the Patna mail or the Kalika mail, I don't remember, from Delhi to Patna. And it was like a 48 hours traveling without booking, with standing and like that. It was really a terrible way to travel. We were around 15, 16 people. Some of our lady sisters, a bit elder, sometimes they were become senseless like that during the traveling. But the mind was thinking only, I'm going to see Baba, I'm going to see Baba. I don't care about anything else. So that was the situation. Then we reached Patna, and the Dada told us, you cannot see Baba because there is new rule now and nobody can visit him. So that was unacceptable for us. We could not accept this kind of situation. How come we cannot see Baba? It is impossible. So what to do? We have nothing. We don't have any power. We just cry and sing Kiirtana. And the vibration is very, very strong. Even the Devadutas, they will come and sit near to us. And they will also cry. I mean, it was such incredible vibration there. So we didn't know what to do. So we said, okay, we try, we are here, we have to do something. So we start going to the offices where they give the permit to see Baba. And the officers, they say no, but we don't accept no. And then we have only one weapon in our hands, and that was the Kiirtana. So we play Kiirtana. Now you imagine 16, 17 people, very fanatic, very excited, very inspired, let us say like that, in a small room, singing Kiirtana, and time to time shouting, Parampita Baba Ki, this, that, we want to see our Guru, Jai, all like that. So these people got really mad, they didn't know what to do because we are there from the morning until they close. After 3 days, they capitulated. They give us the permit to see Baba, just to get rid of us. So we went to see Baba and the director of the jail. In the meantime, we also make demonstration in front of the jail, sittings and so many things. We start coming out in the newspapers like that. And the director of the jail, he told that this permit is not valid. In fact, this office has no right to give permit. So he cannot accept this permit. So we asked him which office give the right permit. Then he told us, and we did the same. So to make it short, we did the same treatment, Kiirtana, this, that, like that. After 2, 3 days, 4 days maybe, they also give permission to see Baba, 5 at a time. So we went, and the jailer, the director of the jail said, okay, this permit is valid. I'm going to tell to Baba now. So he went to tell to Baba, and then he came out. He said, Baba, don't want to see you in this condition. He want to see you all together, not 5 at a time. So how come? Because this is the rule for security. You know, you can see Baba only at a certain number at a time, not everybody together. But Baba told, I want to see them all together. And so now we feel a bit discouraged. And what to do now? Because the office who can give the ticket already gave. And now, who can change this rule? I mean, this is a rule that not normal office cannot change. And then, so in Patna at that time, there was a very important political leader, maybe the most important political leader of India. It was Jayaprakash Narayan. He was the leader of the Janata Party, the coalition of party which defeated Indira Gandhi in the 77 election. So we went to his house, we sit on his veranda downstairs. Some of us were fasting, and we play Kiirtana, and sometimes we shout Bhagavan Kevalam. Many newspapers came, national newspapers like that. In the evening, the secretary came to us and said, Jayaprakash Narayan is very sick. He cannot see you, but I promise you that you will get your permit to see Baba all together. Just go home, and tomorrow morning go to this office, and they will give you. And so we believe him. And then we went home, we prepare ourselves. And then, you know, every time we bring the clean clothes, we buy the sweet, all this stuff. And then we went to see Baba to get the permit. 8 o'clock, the office opened, give us the permit. And then we went to the jail. And the director was quite surprised. He said, okay, this is the permit. You can see Baba all together. I will tell him. So he went inside to tell Baba, and then after a few minutes, the first Avadut of Ananda Marga came out. He was also in jail with Baba, Dada Satyananda. Very nice, with a white beard, beautiful smile. And then his beautiful smile is telling us, Baba don't want to see you. My God. Why he don't want to see you? Because he say, you fought for yourself only. You achieved something only for you, for your group. You did not fight for everybody. The one who come after you, they will have the same problem. So you didn't solve the problem. Only you got for yourself. It was a selfish fight. So Baba wants you to fight for everybody, not only for yourself. That's why he don't want to see you like this. Wow, that is really terrible. So somebody was crying, somebody was speaking, Baba, you are very bad, this and that. So we are really demoralized, devastated, I think. This is the right word. But what to do? Baba don't want to see us. So we understand, but still we are not happy about that. So we have this sweet, you know, these candies that we bring, white candies. And so we tell to Ananda, okay, we cannot see him, bring our sweet to him, and then if he can bless and give it back to us, at least we can bring it back to Italy and give to the Margis. So Tadyananda took our sweet, then he came back with our sweet, and he told us, Baba don't want your sweets. he told that I will take these sweets from their own hands, not like this. So that is what Baba spoke. But now how do, I mean, yeah, the flight is in a few days, so we cannot see him and this and that. So we don't believe, no, how he will take from our own hands. And then I felt I cannot go back without seeing Baba. And some of my friends, LFT, we think the same thing. So we said, we will not go back by our own will, with our own legs. Let us do something. So let us go back to this Jayaprakash Narayan and see if he can lift this ban to see Baba for everybody. So we went there, but they were prepared this time. All the police, they were presiding the house, and we cannot enter in the house anymore. And so we have to sit outside. And I remind you that it is May. Yeah? It is very hot, and we are out in the sun all day. And so newspapers came, this, that, so many things. In the end of the story, we went to jail. Yeah, we were put in the jail. They wanted to deport us, but we didn't accept. So they sent us to the jail. And we were very happy because we are going to the Bankipur jail. The Baba, where is Baba? So maybe we will see Baba now. We are in the same jail. That is what we are thinking. But the director of the jail, he didn't want us. He said, no. I don't want these people. They are making too much trouble for me, for our jail. I don't want in this jail. And so they got a new court order, and they bring us in another jail, in another city, in Bhagalpur. And there we stay in the jail. The conditions were not so good, and you can imagine, like that. Mosquitoes, diarrhea, and all this stuff. And one day, I tell this because I want everybody to think about this. One day, we are in the cell, many people, and then outside the cell there is a courtyard and there is a tree. I used to sit under this tree reading a book. That time, I had only one book. It was Siddhartha. Maybe some of you know from Hermann Hesse, the German writer. I sitting under this tree. I realized that I was happy. I was thinking, I am happy. How come I am happy? I have diarrhea. I'm very weak. Mosquito biting me all day and night. The food is not good for me. I am in the jail. We don't know when we will come out of this jail. I am happy. How can I be happy? Maybe I'm mad, but I was happy, very happy. And then I realized that this mind of mine, that I speak like my mind, is not my mind. It is his mind. It belongs to him. If he wants this mind to be happy, there is nothing you can do about it. So this is what I realized that time, that I am not this mind. This mind is an instrument given to me to do some work. And this mind belongs to him. So I tell you because I like you to think about this. Try to understand this point by yourself, in your own way. Anyhow, after some time, we become upgraded to political prisoners. So we went to another jail in Patna, Polvari Sharif. Four dadas were there, and Dada Santosananda, Dada Arteshananda, Dada Sudevananda, and Dada Vinayananda. There were also the historical bodyguard of Baba, Brother Vishnu, and Ananda Marga, Gopal. They were also there with different charges. And we all stay in the same place. So it was very good there. We have good food, we have a good environment with the dadas, classes, Kiirtana. Very nice, very nice. We enjoy like anything. And one day we are fasting. We are lying down because it's very hot. It was June or July already. And under the fan, like that. And then Vishnu, the bodyguard of Baba, he was always very, very quiet. He don't speak much. He has the radio, he's walking outside the cell. And from outside the cell, a bit far, we listen. Parampita Babaki, Parampita Babaki. He's shouting like anything. And we understood, everybody understood at the same time, Baba is discharged for the charges. That is the result of the case. And so we all shout, Parampita Babaki. Dada Santosananda, he was our president and treasurer, so he has all the money. So he went where he was hiding the money, he took all the money, he called the guards. He said, buy all sweets, he said, for everybody, today we cannot fast. So we broke our fast, we eat sweets, we started Kirtana in the jail. The guards, they came, they were quite alarmed, what is going on? And the dadas, they were telling him, you be quiet, you cannot do anything today. Baba is free now. And so we did, and then we back in the cell, we did Akhanda Kirtan. And the first time in my life, I saw somebody floating in the air. I never saw before. And I saw Santosananda dancing Kiirtana, but the feet are not touching the ground. Again, I looked because I wanted to be sure. He was above the ground, 20 centimeters. He's not touching, he's moving the legs, but he's not touching the ground. Wow, I said, this I never saw before. And then he fell in samadhi for 1-2 hours like that. And the vibration becomes so strong, we cannot speak anymore. People came from Patna to visit in the jail, but we say namaskar, but we cannot speak, we cannot communicate. We can only cry if we open our mouth. So we are just vibration so strong like that. And yeah, so that was one very nice moment in the jail, actually. And then Baba was scheduled to come out of the jail the 2nd of August. And the 1st of August in the evening, our lawyer, Ranjan Dwivedi, he came and said, I got bail for you. Just pack your bag. We are going out now. Tomorrow Baba is coming out. So we go out because we are not so happy to go out of the jail because we are very comfortable there actually. But we have to see Baba, so that's why we went out. And so we went out, and the day after, Baba is coming out. So there were tens of thousands of Margis in Patna. This is a historical moment in the history of Ananda Marga. The Baba came out of jail. There were all the Margis, they were coming by thousands, hundreds from the trains and from all over India. And they were so happy. Everybody was so happy. And it was a fantastic moment. I was a bit foolish, still I am in some occasions, but that time even more. And so there was one guy who came, we had some elephants and one camel, but not a camel, really, the dromedary, the one with only one, like that. And he offered us if we want to ride the elephants, and to me, if I want to ride the camel from the jail to the Baba's house. So I was very enthusiastic. Yes, I say I will jump into the camel. But he's trying to tell me, go slowly. I mean, be gentle with the camel. But I didn't understand. So I jumped on the camel with a lot of enthusiasm, like a foolish man. And then the camel got really upset with me. He wanted to get me down at any cost. So all the way from the jail to Baba's house, I was just busy not to fall from the camel, because every maybe few hundred meters, the camel will start jumping with the back legs and try to get me out of his back, off of his back. So that was every time when I was passing by, everybody laughing. I was like the clown of the procession, actually. And when Baba passed, I could not see him because I was busy with this camel. I ate camels from that day. Don't speak about camels. so I didn't see him, Baba and Kevalan. He passed by the car. I was busy not to fall down from the camel like that. And so when I reached Baba's house, I got down from the camel. This was like a small samadhi for me already. And then this sister and brothers, they were telling me, oh, Baba, stop in our place. He gave a very nice namaskar, Baba and Kevala. I really wanted to kill them, and then I wanted to kill myself. How come I didn't see Baba and these people, they saw him and they are so enchanted by him and like that? Oh, I was really disappointed that day. Anyhow, I prepare for the next day, because the next day Baba will give a darshan, with DMC type. So many people, and a big pandal was there. So I was thinking this time I will see him finally. And I thought I will go there 1 hour before, so I will get a good place near him. I didn't know India at that time, that's why. And so when I go 1 hour before, the pandal was so full. You cannot imagine. I never saw before, even in the DMS, in the DMC afterwards. I never saw the people so packed like this. Simply, I cannot walk anywhere. I am standing at the entrance, and the place where Baba will sit is maybe 20, 30 meters. So from there, so how I will see him? I will not see really what I wanted to see. And then I felt, oh my God, again, I cannot see him. And this time I really feel like I cry. You know? I mean, I feeling crying. I helpless like a child. And then something happened. Even today, I really don't understand what happened that time. One man, one Margi from the very front of where Baba is, near Baba, where Baba will sit, he stand up. He was a man like a, you know, this long beard, long hair, most probably a family attire, I think, but I don't know. He dressing white with the dhoti like that, you know. And then he looked to me with very serious and threatening voice. He's telling me, "Hey, you," he said, "come here." Then I felt like I must go there. So I start walking on the body of the Margis because there is no place to put the feet. So I step on their knee, on their legs, somebody in their head also. But the Margi didn't mind anything, you know. I love Indian people for this. If it was in Italy, they will skin me alive, but they didn't care, you know. I could do anything. Then I reached this man, this Margi. He looked at me. He was not smiling at all. And then he pointed the ground. So I looked the ground. I look in the ground, and among the knee of the people, I saw some grass. Some grass was there. Maybe there was a small circle, like maximum, I said maximum, but most probably less, 10 centimeters in diameter, maybe 7. Yeah, there was some grass there that I can see. And then he's telling with such arrogance, he said, "You sit there." I sit there, Baba. I just accommodate myself. Everybody accommodate me. And, and then at the end of the story, I was there looking in a very good spot, looking at Baba coming, you know, waiting for Baba. When we wait for Baba, those who have waited for Baba, they know there is a lot of discomfort. So don't mind, I will not tell all, but the pain in the ear, the pain there, this, that, so much pain everywhere. And then finally Baba came. He was very weak, very, very thin, coming from the long fasting. And he came with the wheelchair. Somebody was pushing the wheelchairs. He was very nice. And then Ranjan Divedi, our lawyer, he took Baba like a baby, you know, when you carry a small child to the bed. So you carry him like this, or like in the romantic movie when the husband carried the wife inside the house, like that. So like this, he carried Baba on the place where he will sit there, and Baba sit there, and then everybody was silent. I was thinking, and now for the first time, it comes to my mind, are you Baba? I mean, are you this person sitting there? Are you Baba, the Baba, my Baba? Show me that you are him. I want to know. But I didn't know. I didn't feel anything. So I was thinking, if you are not the Baba, my life has no meaning to me. And then the Kirtan started. And then he was Baba. I mean, it is something difficult to explain, but the one outside was the same, like the one inside. My Baba was this person there. I can close my eyes, I can see him. If he smile, I can see he's smiling. Then I open my eyes to see if this is right or wrong. And then I open, yes, he's smiling. I can see him inside my mind. I can see him outside, sitting there. He was the same entity. So this gave me such a wild, incredible joy. It was really in our philosophy. That time I don't know, but now I can tell. In our philosophy, we call this salokya. When you understand that the Lord is in the same place like you, in the same world like you. So that was the first realization that I have of Baba, that he is the spiritual entity that is within me all the time. So this, for some mysterious magic, at the same time, this subjective entity is also, he has some objectivity. He become also external. So that is incomprehensible, but it happens. So that was, so from that time, from the very first time, I can never think that Baba is a human being. It never crossed my, I mean, I know he eat, he go to the toilet. I know all these things, but it is not important to me. Always I think him is the divine being. Always. I know this only. But then it was not balanced, I think, my approach. Because, you know, like 10, 15 years ago, I had a dream. And in this dream, I was with Baba and we were talking like friends, it was so nice to talk with him because he was a person. And we talked with him. I don't remember what we talked about, but it was so beautiful to talk with him. I was enjoying his personality, the form that he has taken in this world, his mass and booty. And when I wake up, I realize that, oh, I said, I missed something. I did not give importance to this part of Baba. Only extreme idealism, I idealize him as a spiritual being. I neglected the human counterpart that also existed with him. So that one I missed a little bit. So that was my always this extreme foolish man. So anyhow, that is the thing. I think most of you know the sloka that's the mantra mulang, guru vakyang, puja mulang, guru padam, etc. But I want to concentrate more in mantra mulang, guru vakyang. Means what guru speak, the word of guru is like mantra, is always truth. So that time, after a few days, Baba expressed the desire that he want to see the Margi who were in jail. So Ramananda, he called us, and we all with Baba. And Baba is sitting in the chair, and we are sitting around him. And it was a very pleasant time, and of course blissful, and all these things, and you can imagine. And Baba joking with us like we are children, this and that. And we brought the sweet for Baba. And then Baba said, "What did you bring for me?" And then Baba, we bring some candy for you. And Ramananda, he took all our candies to touch Baba's feet. But Baba said, "No, I will take from their own hands." This is mantra mulang Guru Vakyang. What Guru spoke 2 months ago, that is happening now. So you remember this. When Guru speak, first make sure it is the word of Guru because it is not the story of somebody. But when the Guru speaks something, you can believe it. You can trust it. It will come true. This was my first experience in real life of Mantramulang Guru Vakyam. Means what Baba speaks is true. He said, I will take this from their own hands that time in the jail. And now he's taking from each one of us, from our own hands. That was the realization of what he spoke. So it was very nice. And then there were so many experiences there. PC, in the PC, I heard about the story of, what is the name, Jayanta, you know? Jayanta was the first there to get the PC. I was the fourth one. And Sukadeva was the fifth, and then there were the second and the third, I forgot. I think one from Iceland and one from England, I forgot the names. When Jayanta came out of the room, of Baba's room, he was walking like a drunk man, so somebody was grabbing him and putting him to sit down. But there was an anecdote that
is this Jayanta from Australia?
Yeah, Jayanta from Australia. Because I heard this story in his interview. I have listened almost all the interview that you did. And so I remember because when he spoke the story, I know I am also there. I saw him. He was the first one. So, but that time, there's something funny happened. Oh, Baba is, I was trying, you know, our intellect, we are trying to imagine Baba here, Baba there, I'm going to see Baba, this, that, all imagination. And that time I'm dressed, I have the orange kurta, plus the lungi, white lungi. I am lefty. And Ramananda is reviewing us. I say, no, you cannot see Baba with the lungi. You need the pants. I said, I don't have pants. Yeah, you can. You will see tomorrow. He said, no problem. Tomorrow. No, I was thinking tomorrow. Never. I will not wait tomorrow. I will do today. And so I go to my friends, and they don't have pants. All they have lungis. And then finally, I found one sister, Sulochana, from Switzerland. She was the wife of Chaitanya, another Margi from Greece. He was in jail with us. And then I said, Sulochana, come with me. And then we went in one room there. I said, give me your pants. She looked at me like I'm a married woman, like that. And then I said, no, it's not about that. I need the pants. I have to go to see Baba. Without the lungi, I cannot see. Give me your pants and take my lungi. So she gave me her pants, and then I went back and I stand in the line. And then this Dada Ramananda passing by, he was going to tell me, I told you. And then he looked, he see I have the pants. And then he said, okay. So he approved, by the time I have to enter Baba's room. So I have no time to ideate and this, prepare my mind. I was pushed inside like that. And so that is the thing. But this is another story. This is the PC like that. So the things happen like this. For 1 month, we stay with Baba like that. And then we have to come back to Italy. And then that is the thing. One interesting thing is that I could never lie to Baba, really speaking, even when I try. Because when he asked me what is my duty, I cannot tell I'm taking care of the health shop of Ananda Marga in Verona. I mean, what is this? This is not ideological stuff, organization. So I told him, I'm office, working in the regional office in Verona, and I am Dharma Prachar in charge. That is a lie. I was not like that. But when I came back to, to Verona, the first thing that I was told is, you are Dharma Prachar in charge, and you are the office in charge. So means that the thing that I told to Baba, I became, I was like that. So this is very interesting. Yeah. Liilananda Mulang, Liilananda Mulang. No, it is mantra Mulang, Liilananda Vakyam. So what I spoke, it became true, but it became true because Baba didn't want me to lie. That's why. So that is the thing. Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, so then Baba came to Switzerland, and then I was there also with Frankfurt and Fierce like that, and very nice everything. And then some Dada have told me before that if you go to jail, only the real Margi will go to jail. Yeah, because Baba spoke that in the emergency, the real Margi will not deny Ananda Marga, he will go to jail. So that is what Baba spoke. And so the Dada spoke that Baba said that the real Margi will go to jail, but didn't explain all the background. Yeah, I was thinking I have to go to jail because I want to be a real Margi. So that's why I went to jail also. And then another Dada told me that if you are the real son of Baba, he will beat you. So I thought, well, I want to be also the real son of Baba. Baba must beat me somehow, sometime. See how crazy we are. Ananda Marg is the normal people, they think we are really crazy. In 81, Baba gave Dharma Samiksha, so that was the good chance to go and get the same day we reach in the morning, early in the morning, the same day we are in the line for Dharma Samiksha. Many people are waiting for a long time, but me and my friend, we were proud LFT, so Dada Krishnatmananda at the time, SG, he put us in the line right away. And then I have very eager to be beaten by Baba. But so my friend before me, Baba, he was beaten so much that my enthusiasm became much less to get from Baba the beating. It was very strong beating he got. I was thinking, my friend is much better than me. He's not naughty like me. What he will do to me, Baba, now, I don't know. So, but still, when I went in front of him, I lost my fear. I was very happy to be punished. So I have seven canning, with a stick, and the stick touching the flesh like fire, like burning. And the mind of Baba is like the mind of Baba touching you, not really the stick itself. The mind is in the stick. And so the canning came, and I was proud, like a child, I was proud of this sign in my body. And then 7 canning, 4 in one side and 3 in another side. They were red, then they become violet, blue. And when I go back to Italy, I must have shown all over Italy to everybody. You see, Baba beat me. You see, Baba beat me. Like a child, happy about this. So that was the Dharma Samiksha I got.
So how were you when you heard that Baba had passed away? How did you adjust to that?
Oh, that is difficult. Well, the last time I saw Baba was in October 90, a few days before he passed away. And that was an incredible experience. He came from the clinic, and then we were waiting to welcome him to Tirjala. Then he stopped the car where I was. And then he went out from the window. He lowered the glass and then he gave namaskar. Of course, I felt he gave to me, but maybe other feel he gave to them, so I cannot say. But my perspective is he gave me namaskar. I gave namaskar to him. And this namaskar was special. It was not like the others one. It touched me so deeply inside that I never experienced the namaskar like this. And I cried. And then Dada Ganadevananda, he was there with me. And I said, Liilananda, why are you crying? And I said, Baba is so weak. He said, how he can live such a long time? That time we are thinking he will die in 2005, because the 50 years promise, all these things.
Yeah.
And then Ganadevananda, he said, you are so crazy. He said, he's Paramapurusha, he do whatever he wants. So why are you to say he's weak, this and that? It is his wish to do. Yeah, he said, you are right. But still I was so sad like that, and somehow Baba gave me goodbye. Yeah. Though it didn't come a conscious thing, I think in my deeper mind, I knew it. Yeah, that is the thing. And the effect was there. And then when I was in Italy, after a few days, the same Dada, he called me. I was going to my GT sector, to my sector. And then he called me, he said, something happened to Baba. What happened? I said, his heart stops. Wow, I said, his heart stops, means he died. No, he said, he didn't die, he don't die. The guru do these things. We are waiting for him to come back. But I said, no, he died. How come back? And then after a few hours, in the middle of the night, he called me. He told me that, yeah, Baba died. They declared him dead. Okay, I said, I will come back first thing in the morning. And then, because I'm blacklisted, so I cannot go India directly. I have to go Singapore first to fix something, and then can go to India only. And then all night I am awake. But I am like, I think, if I think about it now, I think I was in a state of shock. Yeah, I could not cry, I could not think anything. I was just like that, helpless. My very ground where I put my feet is no more. What I will do now? I cannot accept this. And then in the morning, I told to my host, the person who is where I was in their house, I tell I have to go back to India immediately. He said, why? You are going South America? He said, no. I said, Baba died. When I said Baba died, I cry. I ran in the bathroom because I think nobody never saw me crying like this. But there is no time also to cry. I have to go immediately out, buy the ticket, go back to Singapore, then go back to India. So there is no time to feel sorrow or all these things. So I also have to cut short the crying. I have to go in the city. The travel agent, I said, buy my first ticket to Singapore. I don't care how much it costs. I have the money. And so I went back to Singapore. I got my document, what I needed, and then I went to India. And now we are in Delhi. In Delhi, you see the Margi getting the flight to Calcutta. It was a surreal atmosphere, like a like a strange movie, And these Dadas and Margis, they like zombie, They are walking in the airport, and they don't. They are not aware of their environment where they are. They are absorbing something so sad. I met Dada Parnakishananda, and then he looked at me, I look at him, we didn't exchange namaskar, nothing. He just walking like this, like ignoring that we met like that. And we are like this. It was very, very sad. You cannot imagine. And then when I reached Calcutta, yeah, we go and see the body of Baba. I went also to see the body of Baba and do Kiirtana around the body like everybody else. But I know this is no Baba anymore. So what is the use? I felt very sad because I said, this is body, but there is no Baba here. So like that. So this is the thing. So we took our promises by touching Baba's feet, all these things, to keep the organization going, to do this, to do that. I promise everything. We took all the odds, whatever odds. But anyhow, that was a difficult time for me. Yeah. And then the time came for the cremation. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking the people putting the fire on the Baba's body. And I'm thinking, now the flame will devour your body, Baba. Nothing will be left for me to remember you. How I will survive, because you don't want me to suicide. So how will I live? So this was the thing, but one thing happened. When the flame started touching his body, something happened. I don't know. And then I found out that not only me, other people also, maybe not everybody, but many, they felt the same. I felt some like a rain, entering from the top of the head. It was some kind of awareness of peace that come and pervade all the body, from the top to the bottom. And he's telling you, I am with you. Do not worry. I didn't go anywhere. So this pacified me and gave me the strength to carry on, because I understood Baba is still with me. Yeah. So only the body is not there, but Baba is not the body, really speaking. Yeah. So the body also, but of course the body, when the body is there, it brings some excitement in life, and it is a really fantastic time. But even without the body, Baba is there. So I became aware of that, and it washed away all the despair, all these things. So I became more calm, and I could accept, the life without the physical body of Baba. Yeah, like that. That happened. So I was thinking, this is a miraculous event for me. But then I spoke with some others, and also some of them, they also experienced exactly the same thing like me. And that was the new phase. Yeah, the phase where Baba was physically present ended there, and the phase with Baba without physical presence of Baba, but with the spiritual and psychic presence of Baba was still there. And then this is the new phase. And so that we carry on even today. And so even today we experience Baba, and we love him, and we are loved by him, even without the physical body. So that was the end of the story with the physical body of Baba, but not the end of the story with Baba. Yeah, that is the thing.
That's a good way.
So
Good way to
yeah,
end, I think, Dada.
yeah.
Okay, well, namaskar. Thank you very much.